Hey guys, welcome to Nick Draws. I am Nick and today we're going to do something I really like, and that is creature design. I will talk about how I do a random animal hybrid and which steps I take to get to the end results. To get a random animal, I use one of many randomizers on the internet. This website works with a filled database of animals, and if you press rerun, like I did several times, you can get a few pictures. For this example, we will use two animals and press rerun, and we will get the Gilynx and the Gila monster. An unusual combo, but let's get working on it. So for inspiration, I normally go to Pinterest and make a new board for this particular creature. First up, we're going to look for the Lynx, and you can see that when you type in Lynx cat, you can get a lot of nice images, and you can make the board, in this case, I will type Lynx Gila, and you can save it on the board. So normally I scroll down a bit to see nice reference pictures, ones with a lot of detail, ones with nice poses like this one. I really like this pose. The cat in the snow, I don't know, it is a nice contrast. I don't know if I'm going to do my animal in the snow, but it is a nice one. So let's go further. Well, this is one with a lot of detail because it's up close and you can see the whiskers and all of it. This is a nice one as well. Just scroll down. Yeah, to see if you see any other poses. For example, this one on the log. I don't know if I'm going to use this one, but I really like how it's laying on the log. This one as well. It's really cute in the tree like this. So I think I have enough of the Lynx. So I'm going to look for the Gila monster now and do the same. I don't know why I did the skull, but you can see the teeth on the skull, and I don't think other pictures had teeth in it. So I want to incorporate it somehow, maybe not. Anyway, you can see me picking a lot of other pictures. You can see that Gila monsters have a bluish, purplish tongue, and I really liked it. Just scrolling along and picking some other things. This one, for example, you can really see the pattern. I really like this one, so save it. It's just that easy, and it's time for work. So the next thing I'm going to do is open Procreate, open a blank canvas, and put all my reference pictures in it. When I have all my reference pictures in the canvas, I can really see all the features of the animals, which I'm going to combine. But first up, I'm going to sketch the original animal at first, so I can get a good feel in my wrist of how to draw it, and hopefully combine it to a wonderful new creature. So while I'm sketching the Lynx, you can really see the angular bits of the face. It has a few triangles in it, like the ears, the fluffy bit on the side. I don't know what that's called, and I think I'm going to incorporate that in the final creature. Love the eye as well with the patterns, so probably going to incorporate that. But yeah, I really like the shape of the face of the Lynx. So when I put the links on the side, I'm going to sketch the Gila monster. And it's a funny creature. I don't know, its face is funny. I don't know what I'm going to incorporate of this Gila monster. I don't know. I love the features. I love his tongue, so his tongue is definitely going to be in the end results. I love the color of it. The fact that it is longer than its face. I don't know. I like the feature. You can see that the face of the Gila monster is a bit of an oval shape, and I think I can really work that out with the angular bits of the links. So why not sketch it out? So when I'm done with the rough sketch, I put my references aside, blow up the picture, and lower the opacity so I can draw over it. I almost always sketch, do my final sketch with a red pencil. I love the look and feel of it. Maybe I want to use the final sketch, maybe I don't. But I really want to have that option. Anyway, in this final sketch you can really define every feature and work a little bit more detailed than the previous one. Some people do an extra sketch over this one, but I mainly have a really rough sketch. The rough sketch, do a final sketch in red. For me, it's really easy to see an image in my Procreate gallery. When I see blue, I know my image isn't ready yet. I need to define the features. And when it's red, I know I can put the line art on top of it and go a little bit further with that. I sketch out the pose and most of its features, but I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. For example, the face, the triangle bits, it looks weird like this. Because You never see a lizard with this kind of shape. Most creatures with a shape head like this have fur. So I thought, well, why not put fur on it? It's an imaginary creature. It can have both scales and fur. So I deleted the scales I drew and made it fluffier. I really like the end result of it. It makes it a really unique creature. And why doesn't it use to store energy? Because you know, lizards, snakes, crocodiles, they need the sun, the heat of the sun to get energy. And when they all use it or get cold, they don't have a lot of energy anymore. So with this creature, I thought, well, why not give it a little bit of fur on top of its head and a little bit on its shoulders, so it can store heat. So it has a lot of energy stored during the day, and it doesn't have to rest that often. Because most of the time when you go to the zoo or even in the wild, when you see reptiles, you see them on rocks doing nothing, especially crocodiles or large lizards, because they need a lot of energy and they have to store it for the hunt. So I wanted to do something different with this one, and I hope you liked it. So tell me what you think of the fur and the scales on it. Do you like it, or do you think it's a bit too much? So for the color, I really wanted to have a deserty kind of color, so I used the color of the Gila monster. I really love the bright orange and the black darkish markings, and I thought, why not just incorporate it with this animal. As you can see, when I have clean line art, I can just drag and fill most of it. When I don't, it fills everything, and I need to work that out. Most of the time I do it, and when I don't, I just draw in the borders and then fill in the white space between those borders. So I filled it up with orange, and I really liked it. And I had to work out what kind of color I use for the fur. So for the fur, I wanted to have a brownish color like one of the lynxes, and I didn't want it to be flat. So when I put in most of the colors, you can see me do a fur pattern on the lynx. I put in some dark stripes, blur it out, and after that I put in some lighter stripes and blur it in, and that gives it a real fur-like kind of feel. I really liked it. It looks a bit dirty as well, but hey, this animal is in a desert, so why wouldn't it be dirty? So for the markings, I didn't want to use black because I think black was a bit too dark for this creature. I used a darker brown, and it was in the same family as the orange. I really liked it and just went over it, and well, you can see the end result. I like the face bit. The face with the dark parts and the lighter fur behind it really stands out to me. At this moment you can see that I still have the pink tongue, but I'm going to make it that blue purplish color the Gila monster has, because I really liked it and I thought this didn't stand out that much. And for the markings, I just went over it. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I just went for it, and yeah, I think it came out right, because a Gila monster doesn't have a well thought out pattern. It just has a pattern, and it works for it, and I think it works for my illustration as well, and I hope you liked it. So after that I had to decide where the light was coming from so I can do some shadows. I did some markings around its eye as well, just to define it a little bit and give it a more of a lynx look and feel in his eye. I think it worked out. after that I had to decide what kind of background I'm going to use. In one of the references I got a orange sandy plain in a desert. I don't know if it is in America or in Australia. I thought it would fit this animal because I wanted it to have a little bit of camouflage, and it is orange, so the surroundings had to be orange as well. So I looked at some references and I sketched it out a bit. I didn't want the background to stand out that much because the creature is the main focal point of this illustration. So I made a foreground, I made a midground with the creature in it, and I made a background. So the background is a little bit desaturated and a little bit lighter. The midground is a little bit darker, and the foreground is dark, as you can see it in the end results. And I think it worked out. I don't know, this is not my best work, but hey, not everything can be a masterpiece. At least I had fun doing this illustration. I really loved it. I really like animal design, and I really love creatures. These random creatures, I don't know, they called to me, and I loved designing this one. So I'm going to finish off the background and tweak it a bit, and you will see the end result in the end card. Hey guys, thank you for watching, and if you loved this draw with me video as much as I did, like and subscribe and stay posted on my next creature design videos. This is the end result of this one, and I am signing off. Bye guys!